One area of conflict that I have seen in most marriages is where the ideal that people have in their minds about who their partner should be is conflicting with the reality playing out. So what happens sometimes is that, the normal thing of you're reading up a lot about marriage, how a marriage should be, what is going to make a marriage successful. You're doing your homework, and that is awesome. In fact, kudos to you if you're doing that. But you see, one aspect that sometimes people don't put into consideration is study who they are about to get married to or who they are married to. See, you can have all this knowledge and they are wonderful, but if you don't know who you are married to, there's going to be an issue. And here's the point: sometimes what you have is an ideal. Because your spouse is not perfect, they are going to display some character traits, they are going to display some habits, attitudes, and things that are not really in line with what you have studied, right? And that is where the conflict arises. So before you get married, or now that you are married, let your work now be on zoning in on this person that you say is going to be your spouse, or that it is now your spouse, and begin to study them. Who is this person? How does this person react to issues? How do they respond under pressure? How do they handle stress? How do they accommodate people? What is hospitality like with them? These are things that you should look at and observe. It is in your knowing of this person that you will now be able to answer the question, especially if you are in a relationship, that can I adapt to what I am seeing? Yes, this person is wonderful in this area, but in this other area, I am not sure I have enough emotional capital to handle what I'm seeing here. That is where you are able to make an honest decision. Because to be candid with you, you can have all this knowledge, but if you do not know the person you're about to get married to, you will get married. At the end of the day, you will be frustrated by the reality playing out, because now it is conflicting with the ideal you have in your head. So please spend more time studying who you want to get married. Study their habits, study their character, study their routine, study their behavior, study everything that needs to be studied, so that you can honestly ask yourself, can I live with this for the rest of my life? So you don't get married and begin to wonder what you're doing in that marriage in the first place.